Aqua again. Welcome to episode 42 of my beginner's guide for Feed the Beast. I'm going to do a little bit more stuff with solar panels in just a little while. I've got 6 more to make after that one, so I need another 11 silicon plates. We'll do a little bit of bee stuff first, not too much, but and there's a couple of things I want to cover. We'll get to the point where we're going to need platinum, so I want to cover in this episode where to get platinum from. One of the places we can get it from is valuable bees, and they're from glittering and ender bees. Glittering with, oops, what am I doing looking in there for? I should be looking in there. Glittering, we have got, I'll show you where they came from. So glittering is resolute and noble. Resolute, of course, is corroded and tarnished. So these are the ones that I was talking about the other day. Once you get past that certain hump of getting corroded and tarnished and stuff. Now, corroded and tarnished, these all come from the resilient and diligent. If you remember, I said there's like 5 different types of bee that they produce. So if we look at, say if we look at diligent there, look at what you can do extra. There's quite a lot of bees that can do, but resilient and diligent, there's like 5. I think there's 5 resilient. Yeah, 1. Bauxite, tarnished, corroded, rusty, and I think there's a 5th one as well. But once you get past them, getting to glittering is pretty easy. Not glittering, sorry. Yeah, glittering. That's radioactive. What we're doing. Resolute and noble, glittering. Noble, of course, pretty straightforward. So I've got glittering. What I'm going to do is I've got a glittering princess there and an ender drone. Of course, ender drones means you or someone on your server must have gone to the end. And I'm going to put them in here, and we've got some very important bees to take out of here as well, which I'm going to talk about for the next couple of minutes. So let's put our glittering princess and our ender drone in there, and it's a 2% chance. So 2% times 10 is 20, times 10 again is 200% chance. So 2 uranium should do this, and 2% is the smallest chance bee you get. So these 2 mutators should cover that if the way that I've been told the maths is correct. So we can come back to that in a bit, and we should have a valuable bee which will produce us platinum, which we can use one of the gravity machines to make into iridium, which is pretty cool. Now these things, Stark Princess. Now Stark is really important for, I don't know why I keep going over there to look into this. Stark is really important. It's undiscovered. It doesn't tell you what you can go in. So what you can make is aura bees, and it comes from arcane and supernatural. So I've gone up them 2 branches, and I've written it on the wall so you can see it nice and quick here. Arcane is, first of all, you need esoteric, which is imperial and demonic. So you need the demonic bees for that. I don't know the lava bees we've been making. Imperial, of course, you know what they are. So imperial and demonic will get you these esoteric. Then an esoteric and an end bee will get you mysterious. So you can see there's a pretty end game bee. You need to have imperial, you need to have demonic, you need to have end. So you need to have been to the nether, been to the end. And then them 2 mix get you to the arcane bee. And then supernatural is similar. Charmed is diligent and valiant, so you need the valiant bees there. This is what I use a couple of my valiant princesses on. And then enchanted is charmed and the valiant. And then the supernatural is charmed and enchanted. And combine the supernatural and the arcane gets you a Stark. And what a Stark is, this is a proper thalmic bee. What we can do with this is, if you look there, if we combine this with an air shard, some motus and some aura, so that means we need to do it in our infuser. I'll take a couple of air shards. I should possibly have bred some of these up first. Yeah, I don't want to risk this just yet, but cause I want to make sure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them better fertility, and I'll run them just, where's max fertility, there we go. And then better fertility before I do this. I'll change this one just so we can see it in action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change a couple of these into aura bees, and aura bees quite important. So a Stark drone and an air shard. Is that right? I thought that should be showing up some things there. Right, I'm back in a little bit. I'm just going to check I'm doing this right, and I'll be back soon, back in a sec. Okay, I'm back, and the problem I was having here is I've not actually researched it yet. If you look in here, I've got stark bees, which is what I've just made. I actually need thalmic bees now, which comes off this. So thalmic bees, I've done a few things. I've researched a few things by mistake, trying to get to these, like a couple of transmutations there, arcane bellows. I did, but now I've finally got it, so I'm actually on the path to thalmic bees. Here we go. Aluminium as aura, which is quite useful because you end up with a lot of aluminium. So I've used charcoal. I started off with fire because that was most of the fire things I've already made, so that got me to it pretty quick. I actually started with aluminium a couple of times, then I was getting I was getting the metallum instead. Starting some research, so I've got rid of that, and I've managed to get this now. So we've got ignis, or it's got solemn in there, so I'm gonna use some dirt for solemn, nice and easy. It's got some aqua in there, so I'm gonna use sugarcane. These bonuses, by the way, these. See that little shining thing there? That means there's a bonus, and that's because there's water nearby, and the water's actually the water there. So if you've got blocks of water nearby, you get an aqua bonus. So if I had a bucket of water, which I can do, just to show you, that bonus there was 1. In theory, this should put it up to 2, I think. No, it hasn't. Okay, I'm lying. Maybe it's maybe it needs more than that. Something on them lines is you get bonuses from things in the area around it. I can't handle that looking like that, can I? Let's tidy that off as if I'm messing around doing shit like that on camera. I could have just left that and done that later, but it wound me up. So these are bonuses. We're getting a bonus there because there's water around. You maybe need more than a single block, but it seems to only be a single block there. But it's maybe the fact that there's a cauldron nearby. But certain blocks in the world give you bonuses. There's a wiki that shows you all that, which is pretty cool. And then the other thing we need is Bestiola, which is the insecty one, that you can get off bees and spider eyes and stuff, and magic. But what I've found, these occult combs, occult combs, you can get magic wax and honey drops. I don't really need either of them, so I'm just using them as I've got magic and Bestiola on. That'll get me these final 2 things here. Like, well, I've run out of that, so I'll use them bees up first. Some cultivated bees there that I've got that on it as well. And they've run out, so now I'll use spider eyes. Using the formy stuff that's got Bestiola on it. There we go, thalmic bees. That spider eyes back in there. Put this stuff back in there as well. And there we go, I've researched thalmic bees. Let's put our thalminomicron back there. And now this should show up. There we go, excellent. So we want 24 mortis, 40 aura. So 20 aluminium will give us the aura. And 12 rubber. Some more rubber. Let's go get some more rubber. 12 rubber will give us the other bit. Oh, it's just coming along. 3 more there. We're nearly done. I just need 2 more silicon, so actually I want to stop that now. I want to stop sand going into there because I don't need any more silicon than this. So I'll stop that for a second, and then I'll fill that up with however many we need. I'll work that off camera once I've done this B part, and we'll have enough silicon to finish off our 64 solar panels. They can go in there for now. So I wanted a stack of rubber, didn't I? Where's the rubber? Down here somewhere. There it is. A stack of rubber, that'll do. And I believe it was 12 rubber that I needed. There we go. The rest can go in there. So I'll throw these in there. Now, I should have made alembics by now. Alembics are little gold things that go on the side of the cauldron, and you collect all the extra stuff. I really should have covered that already, because that's as soon as you can do them, you should make them really. I've just been letting flux go into the atmosphere. We should have been saving it up really. So I've been a bit slack with that. I should maybe cover that at some point. But what we've got now is we've got the things in there to make an aura drone. There we go, we've got an aura drone, and I've just put loads of stuff into the atmosphere. Even though it still says minimum down there, I'll just put quite a lot of metallum and quite a lot of metallum off that. So I put 80 metallum into the atmosphere there. and also 24 Imperito, the little puppet thing there. So I've chucked quite a lot of stuff into atmosphere, but it still says minimum, so let's not worry about it. So there's an aura drone, and now if we get our BLRs, the thing about an aura drone is they've got the fastest speed. Look at that, fastest speed. They've got maximum polling, which is also really good if you want to do tree breeding and stuff. We've also got a really nice big area. That might even be the maximum area. I'm not sure on that bit. And they've got the flowers, magic flowers, which means they'll produce cinder pearls and shimmer leaves. Cinder pearls give blaze powder. Shimmer leaves are the ones that give quicksilver. So we've got a source of quicksilver and stuff from them. So they're really good bees to have. So aura drone's really nice. And of course, the other thing we can do bee-wise is now we've got these bees done, we can start going down the thalmic, the V branch of bees, like the node bees and stuff like that. They both should have high fertility now. These might not grow because these probably need magic flowers as well, and there's none around here. Let's see if these grow. See if these start producing. They're probably going to say no flowers, I guess. Let's have a look. Come on, let's have a tick. So, in fact, while we're waiting for that, let's have a look. We can get these out of here. We've got our valuable princess, valuable drone, excellent. So let's have a look at them. And what the important thing with these is they produce them guys, which are platinum combs. So we'll increase the stats on them, and then we've got yeah, look, no flowers. Okay, let's this might have had a shimmer leaf around it, but it's not. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to silk touch a shimmer leaf from somewhere, or a cinder pearl, and I'll do that, and I'll be back. And I'm gonna start. First of all, I'm going to increase the fertility on these two, just so we can make sure we get the serum. So I'll put them in there with that max fertility, and I'm going to get the flowers sorted for them. I'll be back in a bit, and that's probably going to be it for the bees in this episode. I just want to off camera, I'll get the stats of them things sorted, and I'll show you them, and then we'll get on with the solar panel stuff. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. My valuable bees are now got the max fertility, so I've just banged them in that air period there. Just breed them once, so we've got 4 drones that we can use for pulling a serum out of in the isolator there. And what I've done is, off camera, I've made a pickaxe of the core, which is a thalmic pick. A thalmic pick's just a normal pick, but it's got thalmium ingots there instead of iron or whatever. And I've combined that with a fire wand, which is just a one with 3 fire shards in the arcane infuser to get a pick of the core. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to enchant it. So I just need some XP to get to level 30. Got some in here. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Bit of cheeky XP. And if you remember, I looted from a chest in a dungeon or somewhere a Silk Touch book that I've saved down there. So this is getting quite full now. Look at that, we've got quite a lot of stuff in here. Potency, nice. Also, anything else good? Infinity for a bow, nice. No startling, no repairs. Repairs are what you really want, and repairs are the reason why I'm gonna enchant this pickaxe first. I'm gonna try and get repair on it by enchanting it before I use the book on it. So I'm going to run over here, enchant that, and we didn't get repair on it. That's no big deal. Because we're not going to be using it much, because we're going to be adding Silk Touch to it. Now, it's to see how much Silk Touch is going to cost. I have to grab a bit more XP. I should have probably done this off camera as well, to be honest. But add Silk Touch is going to cost me 12 levels. That's fine. Let's go see how much levels we've got in our jars over there. And of course, we've got some jars down at the wither skeletons as well. Oh, I've got enough there. Look at that, lovely. Let's I'll do actually. So now in the anvil there, we can combine that Silk Touch book. Yeah, I can't remember where I got that from. I did get it on camera, I think, or I did show it on camera in one of the earlier episodes. Now we've got a Silk Touch pick. Now this should work on a shimmer leaf plant flower. So for that, I've had a quick check, there isn't none there, but there is one down here. This is going to look funny because this thing in the top right hand corner that's showing grass, now that I've got this, whenever you look at these plants it makes them go funny, like so. Well, that's because of that thing. Okay, that didn't work at all. I must have needed something else to hit the plant. Well, that was a bit of a waste of time, wasn't it? I wonder if shears will get me them. Will shears get me them? I thought they needed silk touch. Maybe need a silk touch specific tool. Let me try really quickly with shears. See if shears work. I don't know if they will or not. But if that don't work, I'm going to have to check on the wiki or something and find out how to get some of these. Of course, I could also shears. All that dicking around with silk touch, and all I needed was shears. Well, even I'm always learning as well. I'm trying to teach you guys. I'm always learning myself. So I didn't need silk touch at all. There we go. We've got a shimmer leaf there, even though it looks funny. And it's night time, so it ain't going to work. Let's go to sleep. When we come back, that should be working away. So I've got a silk touch pick that I don't need. Wonderful. Shears can go back. What happened with that? Oops. I put my bloody tool there instead, power tool. Shears can go there. My pickaxe of the core. I can save. I should probably put fortune on that as well. I think I've got fortune back at the other place. Let's have a quick check. Me dicking around like this probably going to make the video a bit long, but have I got fortune in here anyway? We've got treasure, but that's for wands. Not seeing it. I'm not going to spend all my time looking for it either. If I had fortune in here, I could put fortune on that and it'd get us. We could silk touch things like diamond. Oh, fortune 3, excellent. Oh, look at that. It's actually turned out quite nice, maybe. How much is that going to cost? 12 again, and it's not even going to add it. Look, it's in there. It's not showing it. So it must clash with one of them that's already on it. So I can't have fortune and one of them. Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll leave that for now. Let's put that back for now. And let's stop messing around with stuff and get on with what I'm actually meant to be doing. So, let's stick that quicksilver in there. Oops, not the B, dickhead. And double check this is working away. It is, that's going down, that's good. That's going down, so we'll have platinum bees pretty soon. I'll start up in, I'm going to pull the serum out of there, then I've got some rocky bees that I've already prepped to have decent stats. They're like fast worker, longest life, but of course I'm working towards getting these aura drones, getting the fastest worker, which makes them even better, which I'll be changing all my bees to fastest worker. Right, let's finish with that for now then. Let's go on to back onto IC2 stuff. That's enough bee and bee related stuff. Spent quite a bit of time on that. Let's go up here now then. So what I've done is, if you look on the roof here, we've got 64 solar panels. They're not actually wired up yet. These 64 solar panels, what they will do is they will give us 64 EU a tick off from all these, which is pretty low considering the amount of things we've got there, but it's alright because we can start upgrading them pretty soon. Why is there a hole in the floor there? Strange I can fall through that gap. So the way I'm going to wire these up is I could just put these in a big cross across a big flat pattern across the roof, but that would mean crisscrossing the cables. So if that row there was flat with these, I'd have cables everywhere, and what can happen is it can cause lag. It's not guaranteed to cause lag, so if you're stuck doing that way you can, but the other way you can do it is you can do it like this with a slot up in the middle. Then all you have to do is put some cable in the middle there, and that cable's it in all 3 of them solar panels. I can do the same this side. And gradually as you upgrade these, you'll have less and less solar panels as each upgraded one provides more power. As you can see, that's going to touch them, that's not a big deal. I've made another MFSU here, so the MFSU is getting 64 EU at 6 from that, and I can just add that to my system there. So now we've got 64 solar panels going to a solar, going to an MFSU, add into our system here. This is actually all full, so I should actually turn bauxite back on or something. So we've got 64 solar panels up there. Now to upgrade one of these, we're going to need to move on to be able to. So the first upgrade we're going to do is advanced solar panel. That needs irradiant reinforced plate, and part of that is iridium ingot, loads of iron around it. Iridium ingot actually takes one bit of iridium compressed, so we could make the iridium part of that. What we can't make yet is a cenarium part, which is actually called a cenarium part, because that needs 2 UU matter, and the only way we can make that is with a matter fabricator, which I don't think we're quite ready to make. Matter fabricator, that takes teleporters, quite expensive in their own right. It's going to take 4 of these energy flow circuits. It's also going to take some chrome, which we ain't got yet, and these energy flow circuits, Laphotronic energy crystal, which takes an iridium plate, which means it needs 4 iridium ingots. So that needs at least 4 iridium for that part there. It's only about Laphotronic crystals. And these energy flow circuits, there's a couple of ways of making these. There's that way there that takes tungsten plates and iridium plate. That'll get us 4. So that'll mean another 4 iridium. Or there's another way of doing it. You get one at a time. It's a leak circuit board. We need to think on an assembly machine. And to make that we need a platinum plate and an advanced circuit. And we make that in the assembly machine as well. So we need platinum for that. So our platinum B is going to do us right there. We can also of course start processing our ferrous ore. And that's what I'm going to get onto next actually. We've got them solar panels up. Let's look at the ways of getting platinum and iridium. So platinum of course, ferrous ore, I've mentioned it before. We can process ferrous ore in our grinder. Industrial grinder, and we're going to use the mercury cells which we haven't made yet. That gets us platinum dust, which gets us platinum. Of course, if we look at that, we can turn platinum dust in an industrial centrifuge into 1 iridium nugget, and of course it takes 9 iridium nuggets to make 1 iridium. So each 9 of these platinum dust can get us 1 iridium. So there's a source of iridium and a source of platinum. Now, that's from your ferrous ore, so that's your mining source of it. Then of course there's our valuable bees. That'll be producing platinum combs, which only produce tiny platinum dust, so each 4 of them will get us 1 platinum, so that's quite long-winded. And the other way of course is mining it up. Now you see there we've got 4 iridium ores from all the quarries I've done up to now, and I've actually been keeping an eye on this. The first quarry gave us 2, the second quarry gave us none, the third quarry gave us 2. So that's where them 4 come from. On average it's 1 iridium ore per 5 chunks I think, on average, so we're not being very lucky because each one of these is about 16 chunks I think. So we should be getting possibly 2 or 3 from each quarry, but we're not. So we're not getting many from there. And the other way of getting it is from going to the end. So if you really, if you haven't got any bees, you need to be doing it this way. If you have got bees, you can be a bit more patient and do it the bee way. But without bees, these little islands like what I'm on here, see they've got the different materials. Well, one of the materials, this yellow one, which we've got here, to get on top of there, it's called sheldonite ore. Sheldonite ore, so let's grab that and safely go back. So you can find them little meteorites flying around all over. Sheldonite ore, if you look at that, it smelts into platinum. It pulverizes into platinum with a bit of iridium. But again, industrial grinder with the mercury cell. This is 3 platinum dust, a nickel, and 2 iridium nuggets. You see there, even with water it gets pretty much the same. With mercury it gets an extra platinum, but just with water it gets 2 iridium nuggets per sheldonite ore. So that's a source of getting iridium if you don't have bees. But the best way for me, I think, is doing it with the bees, which is why I've got them guys. So I'm going to leave one of them in there. No, leave it there for now. And we've got them as well. Cool. Leave one of them there for now as well. And we can put them in there to try and pull the wanted traits out of them. So we want valuable species out of that. We want stack species out of that. But yeah, valuable bees, that's how I get my iridium. So I'm going to cut the camera there. I'm going to see how long the episode is. I'm going to see how long it's going to take me to get some iridium together. And if I can get some iridium together, I might start making things for a matter fabricator. Even though we really ain't got the power to really get much out of it yet. But we'll see. So back in a bit. Okay, I'm back and we're under 30 minutes. So I'm going to carry on going for a bit. Right, yesterday I put some redstone dust into the industrial centrifuge upstairs. And 1 stack of redstone dust got me 6 ruby dust. I put another half a stack in there and got me 9 ruby dust. And that's a significant number, 9. So a stack and a half of redstone will get you 9 ruby dust, so bear that in mind. And I just actually grabbed a stack of rubies from out of here and put them through the pulverizer. So I've actually got a stack of ruby dust there. What we actually want is 7, that'll make us, it's enough to make us, oh, what have I done? What have I done? We can leave one of them behind. That's enough to make us 8 bits of chrome dust, which is another important thing. So I want to get that doing first. I just want to get that cooking. So I have to get rid of the bauxite for a bit. And I've put ruby dust in there. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that. Put that there. So that'll cook us up ruby dust. And what it is, 9 ruby dust is enough to get us 1 piece of chrome. I'll show you that. There it is. 9 ruby dust gets us 1 chrome dust, and we need 8 chrome dust for what we're planning to make here. I'll show you for why. We need chrome plates, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 of these in total, so we need 8 chrome plates. We also need some titanium plates, which is why I am cooking up some titanium as well. As you can see there, titanium ingots, using the dusts we've got coming from the bauxite production. Right, what else can we make? So we're waiting on the ruby dust for them. We've got the machine holes, as advanced machine blocks. Making the 2 teleporters is pretty straightforward. I've got the circuits, the diamonds, and the machine blocks. We need a couple of glass fiber cables, a couple of frequency transmitters. Now a frequency transmitter is really straightforward. All that is a circuit and a copper cable. Like so. 2 of them, and then we need 4 cables. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough to complete them, guys. There's them 2 teleporters. So there's our first part to our matter fabricator, the 2 teleporters there. The next part, this is also quite straightforward. 8 lapotron crystals and an iridium plate. Now, iridium plate is only straightforward because we've lucky enough. Oh, look at that, we've got another one from the quarry. Since I stopped recording about 10 minutes ago, we just got another iridium ore. I could have, if I'd looked in the quarry and I'd seen that, I could have silk touched that and we could have got more out of it. But it's not a big deal. What we can do with that is we need to compress that in the compressor. So let's run up here and remember which one our compressor is. It's this end one. Yeah. And I turned it off for now. There's another pressure there because we wasn't doing much with it. I turned it off for now, so that's these 3 are not spun up. So that's going to take a while. That'll compress them into iridium ingots and put them back down into the system here. So what we need to do with them is we need a diamond dust, which I believe we've got some left. We have 1 of them, and advanced alloy plates. We need 4 of them, and we'll go back to our rolling machine, and I believe the iridium ingots go on the outside. That'll get us our iridium plate, which will go in there and make us our lapatronic energy orb, which is pretty cool. So that's that bit done. Then we're waiting for chrome for these bits. So the bit left is this energy flow circuit, and as we said, we can do an expensive version of Mech 4 using iridium and tungsten, or we can do a cheap version using an assembling machine. So next thing we need to do is make an assembling machine. So let's do that. Mass fabricator S, go on. Assembling machine. Okay, piston. We'll use aluminium plates. Conveyor module's the only thing we need to mess around with there. So 2 circuits there. So we need 6 circuits in total. Let's start getting this stuff together. Circuits are on the bottom. 6 of them. What else do we need? We need a piston. There's our 6 circuits. Got some pistons in here, I'm sure I have. I should be doing the search. Oh no, I ain't got any pistons in there, otherwise I'd sure. Must have used them all. There's a piston. What else was it? 3 aluminium plates, an RE battery, and 3 more aluminium plates and 3 glass. Okay, so 6 aluminium plates in total. There's the glass. We have an RE battery, which is 2 redstone, 4 tin, oops, and a copper cable, and aluminium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So they're going to need to go to the bending machine upstairs. Like so. Let's make our RE battery. What was that? 3 glass, 2 other circuits, and they're getting put into the ME network, so I need to go back downstairs. 3 of them. Gets us our conveyor module, excellent, and assembly machine, and that's another 32U bit of kit. So that's going to have to go across this side in this horrible mess of machinery. Shit. Now that actually says you can put for out power, I think. Let's see if this works. Now, remember when we looked at that, it said in 32 and out 32. I don't actually know if this will work. I don't know if this will be classed as powered from that, but let's have a look. And for that, we're going to need a platinum ingot, aren't we? Which we haven't got any of yet. There's our 8 chrome dust. That's all good. So that ruby's been produced into chrome. Let's wait for that to finish up. Come on. Then I need to get some platinum on the go, so I need to either get some quicksilver or some of my valuable bees on the go. Let's get that cooking. Quicksilver's going to need a canning machine, isn't it? So let's make a canning machine as well. A canning machine. Oh, my canning machine. Which one do I actually need? Well, that's just conveyor with that. I'll make this off camera. I'll be back in a little bit. Hello, I'm back. Lots of stuff going on. One thing is I've got my valuable bees sorted out. So now I use a serum to put it onto the modified bees I've got. Oops, there we go. So longest lifespan and all stuff like that. Explorer effects. So they're doing alright, and the nighttime flat rain and all stuff like that. So it's gone for 1 generation, and I think it's given me 13 tiny platinum dusts. So that's going again. Maybe give me 10 actually off 1 generation. So I've got the platinum combs going into there, and that's getting us tiny platinum. We've got 14. We'd actually need, I think we need 16 to be able to do what I want to do. But these need to go into the this thing. So they want to be in that export bus. We want platinum in there as well. They can go in there. I'll start processing them once it cycles through. Start processing them into platinum dusts. like so. And then the recipe we needed platinum dust was the assembly machine thing, wasn't it? Now off camera, if 1.5 don't come up today, off camera I need to sort this out because I've got more 32U low voltage machines to put in here, and they're just not fitting anywhere. So this is the worst design room I've ever seen, to be honest. I suppose I could put stuff down this wall as well. I need to redesign all this, is basically what I'm saying. Well, that's sorting that platinum out. Let's look at what we need. So we've got our chrome plates and our titanium plates. So that was the chrome dust I made into ingots. And of course, titanium's getting made into ingots anyway. Made them into plates. So that should give us our 2 highly advanced machine blocks, which is nice. So there's them 2 bits. Next thing is we made our iridium ingots into, we made our iridium ores into ingots in the compressor. And look at that, I've got a Valiant drone. That's nice. So I can actually get Valiant bees producing. Now get some cocoa. For some cocoa combs, we'll get us cocoa seeds. We'll make chocolate frames. That's pretty cool. So I'll get on with that off camera as well. But now we've got these they can go to rolling machine with some advanced alloy and some diamond dust. That'll get us our first ever iridium alloy ingot. Now let's say that there it won't work, because when it's the last thing, it'll hold it in there unless you press the button there. If you press the button, it'll actually make that. Now this needs to now go into our implosion compressor, and there we go. We have now got our first iridium plate. Hooray! That goes there, gets us a lapatronic energy orb. So now all we're missing is these 4 things. So for them, we need elite circuit board and lapatron crystals in an assembly machine, and the elite circuit board needs platinum plate and advanced circuits. We need 4 advanced circuits, 4 platinum plates. Excellent. So I've got 4 platinum dusts. They need to go first of all into the blast furnace. Just double check that they actually need the blast furnace. I'm pretty sure platinum does. No, it does not. Powered furnace is enough for platinum. Okay. So I don't need a blast furnace at all. Platinum goes in a normal furnace. My bad. But, let's take that back out then. Let's put that in our normal furnace, which is kind of shoved up out the way there. So, and it was 4. Was it, oh, I forgot already. Was it elite circuits or normal circuits? Advanced circuits or normal circuits? It was advanced circuits. 4 advanced circuits. So, wrong one, damn it. 2, 3, 4. Now, because I'm messing about, the episode's probably getting longer than I'd like it to be, but it's no big deal. 4 platinum ingots need to go in the plate bender, and then we'll see if this is actually connected up through that thing. I'm not sure if it is or not. Did we catch that? No, we didn't. Caught 2 of them, caught 3 of them. Missed one. One's downstairs. Let's try catching that before it went in there. I don't think this is going to work. Let's see. No, there's no power to that, so that ain't putting power through there. So I need to sort out my power down here. My horrible mess of cables and stuff. So I'm going to have a brick camera again, sort out some power for this guy, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back again, and oh my god, this is the slowest machine you'll ever see in the game. I forgot about that. This is the assembly machine working at its usual rate. Ridiculously slow. I fully overclocked one of these in my Let's Play, and when it's fully overclocked it needs 2000 EU a tick, which we really ain't got the capacity for. Well, no, we ain't got the capacity for. So we can't make this run any quicker, really. So while that's running, this video is now getting long. It's up to about 39 minutes, I think. Kind of machine, really straightforward. Machine block, electronic circuits, and tin. Combine that with one of them conveyor modules, gets you the GregTech version called the automatic kind of machine. And I'm going to do a bit of playing around with this, but basically what this thing does is, while we're waiting for that slow ass thing to go, of course once we've got 4 of these we need to combine them in there again with 4 lapatronic energy or energy crystals. So we still haven't done even when that's done. But, what this does is it combines quicksilver and empty cells into mercury cells. Wonderful. And we had a few mercury cells from producing redstone, from centrifuging redstone and stuff. What I've done is really is quite a cool thing actually. We did have about 30 odd mercury cells in there. They've gone now. If we put them in there, they'll go as well. And the reason why they've gone is our thing down here that I set up for hydrogen. That's filling it with hydrogen as it gets it processed. I've also put in to their mercury cells, and it runs down the same pipe. And if hydrogen comes in here, it'll go into that tank. And I've got another tank here with mercury in. If mercury comes into here, it'll go into that tank, which is very nice. So you can store both. You can as long as you can run your liquid up to as many tanks as you want, and it'll put it into the right tank as long as that tank's been primed with a bit. Of course, you need to make sure that the first bit goes into the right tank, otherwise you're going to get 2 tanks of hydrogen or whatever. But there you go. Now you see a bit of hydrogen going in there after you just saw that mercury going down there. So because this will only process one thing at a time, the tube will only open one thing at a time. You can have multiple tanks connected to one liquid duct thing. So in theory, I could have 8 different types of cell going into 8 tanks, all for that one machine and one line, and store it all in tanks. What I can do with this now, of course, is make a couple of liquid ducts, pipe out into a liquid duct, and on our industrial grinder, much as we have with the water on this side, I can put, sorry, not a liquid duct, I meant tesseract, liquid tesseract. I could pipe into a liquid tesseract out that tank, put another liquid tesseract on that side, and I can put mercury straight into there. Awesome. So that'll do for our ferrosaur bit. Once I've made a couple of tesseracts for that. How's this going? Well, I'm going to break the camera again, unfortunately. I didn't want to do any more, but once I've got 4 of these, they'll be going back in there with 4 Lapatronic energy orb things. And once I've got them done, I'll wait until they're finished. I'll come back, and then we can finish making our machine. I ain't going to do anything with it this episode, but that's when I finish making it. So we'll get that finished. Lap. 4 of them. Oh, Lapatron crystals is what I need. I was calling them orbs. I meant crystals. Get 4 of them. 2, 3, 4. Combine that with that. I'll be back in a sec. We'll finish. We'll make the matter fabricator, and then I'll be wrapping up. Back in a sec. Okay, back for the final time. We're well over 40 minutes now. This unfortunately don't work. I tried pumping mercury into it, and it's not going. I can only presume that the water it's allowing in, it's thinking it's a water bucket, so that's why water can go in. But mercury, it has to come in cell form, it seems. So unfortunately that worked. It was worth a try. They're still useful to be able to store things in tanks rather than have it all stored in cells. And the way we get around that is we could just have a export bus on here set to always craft, and that'll end up filling this up with quicksilver and empty cells. And then we could have export bus on the back of on the bottom of the thing there where that tesseract is, so always put quicksilver mercury cells into there. That'll keep that stocked. So it's going to actually use up 128 cells. It's not going to use them up because they'll get recycled, but 128 cells will be in the mix somewhere. So yeah, the way I envisaged that working didn't really work, but it still kind of works. This is nearly done. So as soon as we get this last bit here from this slow ass machine, slowest, dullest machine in the game, ridiculous, come on you fucking thing. That's actually working, believe it or not. You've not seen it move since. There we go, hooray. The only really way to use that machine is having a massive amount of power and overclocking it. So there we go, we have got a matter fabricator. I'm not going to do anything with it because this episode's really long already, but there we go, we've got a matter fabricator. Woo. We can start feeding it with power to start getting some UU matter. We're going to need some scrap or some other kind of amplifier. There's lots of things that you can use as amplifier actually, so we don't have to worry about that. So hopefully you'll join me next time to see what we do with this. And yeah, what else is going on? Oh, Aura bees. Sorry, I've got any in there? No. I've been pulling, I'm trying to get the fastest speed, but I ain't got it out yet. Our bees, by the way, produce quicksilver. So if we look in our thing here, so if we actually wanted to run more things using mercury, they actually produce quicksilver drops, which is kind of cool. So we can get them from there. You can get them from there as well. So we could run a lot more things with. Once you've got RBs, you could use a lot more things through the grinder using the mercury cells. Right. Okay. I am going to leave it there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope I didn't confuse you too much. Oh, one other thing just before I go, I've changed this around a little bit. I got rid of the induction smelter. I moved the pulverizer there. Producing sand in here. Still producing flint in that one. I didn't need the induction smelter anymore because we're doing it all through the grinder, of course. And what I've done is I've got a level emitter there. The level emitter is pointing at this this import bus, and whenever there's less than 512 sand in the network, it'll import sand from here, which means it'll make more sand. So it's keeping my sand level nice and steady at 512. Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.